Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another first reviews reaction video with your big boy buddy Gore, and it's time for the first reviews for Cronos: The New Dawn, which comes out, I believe Friday, not tomorrow, Friday. So we have a game coming out on Friday instead of Thursday. Thursday is like the new choice for games. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, there was a reviews came out. I saw that who was it? Was IGN? No, I think it was like a YouTube channel. Yeah, it was like no, it was somebody posted up a full playthrough. So I'm just like, all right, the reviews are out now. So let's get to it. Let's check it out. I'm hoping good. It's Bloober Team's next game after Silent Hill 2 remake. They did a great job with that, of course. So and it's looking really good. Some of the hands-on I was a little worried about after. Because a lot of them, like, not a lot of them, but the couple I've seen said, like, it's really good, but there's a couple things I'm not a big fan of. Like the whole resurrecting the enemy thing, supposedly. I don't know. All right, so let's go to Metacritic. Let's go. I'm going to guess 77. That's my guess. Let's go. Oh, oh, so close. 79 is really good though. I know some people will be like, that's that. Hey, besides Silent Hill 2 remake, that might be their best reviewed game. Dude, like Bloober Team's up there. Oh, look at the Conjuring. Oh, oh, Conjuring Last Right's not good. Oh, oh, he's not good, you fucking bitch. Anyway, all right, let's check this out, Cronos. Because this is gonna be a short review, first reviews, because I need to get into the shower and then get ready for the state of play. Overall, however, this is that's right. I'm recording this smelly and shit. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Are you even surprised? Anyway, overall this is definitely a triumph for a studio that has taken some well-deserved knocks in the past, damn. But which really shines here. Whereas Silent Hill 2 remake was a comeback for many, it's ultimately not something Bloober has created itself. I disagree. They literally had to remake that game. They made it longer. They added a bunch of new stuff. I wouldn't say that. But like Metal Gear Solid Delta, you could definitely say that about I guess Virtuous and Konami. They just literally remade it, complete, like it's the same game. You know what I mean? But like Silent Hill 2 is not the same game. I would not. That's not fair. That's like saying Resident Evil 2 remake is like shouldn't count. I mean, sure, the game design idea and philosophy is there, but like you had to remake all of it and then do, you know what I mean? Like there's still a lot of work there. I don't know. Hey, well, Cronos is completely original, and there is no metaphor that adequately demonstrates how big a difference I feel there is between the two projects. Let's just say that Cronos is Bloober's masterpiece and the proof that I needed to really cheer them on going forward. Masterpiece, huh? Cronos: The New Dawn has proved Bloober Team can make exceptional horror games with terrifying monsters and great ideas. I thought that was... I mean, I guess Silent Hill 2, they were used the same ones, but whatever. Same monsters and ideas, but whatever. Bloober Team took what they learned from combat and survival design on Silent Hill 2, blended it with its expertise in environmental design, and told a story that stinks, that sucks, that sinks its hand claws in and leaves you uncertain for your decisions that serve. Oh, so you can make decisions at pivotal points. It's not always ticking a good pace, but Cronos is an intense time-hopping journey that adds frightful new flavor to the horror universe. After Silent Hill 2 remake, everyone was worried about whether Bloober Team had what it would take to shine with completely original property. Cronos: The New Dawn makes it clear that the Polish studio is capable of this and more. This is one of the best experiences of the year and something that I hope will lead to a flagship franchise for this team. With this result, it's clear that Bloober Team is positioning itself as one of the representative faces of video game development, not only in Poland, but in Europe. And also one of the best horror creators out there, I would assume, too, right? I mean, they've made other things that weren't straight up horror, I guess, but, yeah. Didn't they make, like, some really shitty Bomberman, like, clone or something? It was like really shitty, I think. Cronos: The New Dawn is pure survival horror that will test even the most seasoned players. It offers a full-bodied and terrifying experience at the heart of a particularly well-crafted universe. That was the one thing I was gonna say, is that like the world itself looked really interesting in Cronos: The New Dawn. As Bloober Team knows so well how to do, that's true. Like you could say what you will, but they do a really good job of like of I guess world building. I guess it's not even just world building. Like Observer, I never finished, but I actually never played it personally. Actually, but I watched people play it, and it looked really cool. And the setting, even though it was very like Blade Runner, I guess, to the point where they even had Rutger Hauer in it. It was very interesting. And you know what? I really, really liked Layers of Fear 1. Yeah, it wasn't really scary, but I really liked the whole, like, the world itself, and like the actual story itself was interesting. Anyway, inspired here by the best horror games like Resident Evil 2, for example, but with slower pace, perhaps too much, but that's the style. A perfect game for lovers of absolute stress. That's not me. Where managing situations, but also your inventory and ammunition will be your biggest problems. Okay, so a bunch of 9s, and I can't load anything else, so that's great. We're going to go straight to OpenCritic then. Fuck you. All right, 78 on OpenCritic. Oh, yeah. I forgot the new Hot Shots Golf came out, or is coming out in a couple days. 75. That's not bad. Anything else? Hell Is Us. Ooh, an 80 for Hell Is Us. Okay. All right, I forgot that was coming out. Okay, cool. Anyway, Cronos: The New Dawn. A 58. IGN gave it a 7. Cronos: The New Dawn presents an intriguing mystery to unravel and a creepy sci-fi hellscape to explore, but it's still run-of-the-mill combat system prevents it from stepping out of the shadows cast by survival horror heavyweights like Dead Space and Resident Evil 4 that clearly inspired it. The scariest part of Cronos: The New Dawn is probably the frustrating combat, and while it boasts a selection of surprisingly cool puzzles, it's not enough to save the experience. That's weird, because like I watched the G-Man Lives video, and he played like the first like 2-3 hours, and he said all the puzzles are like find the switch, you know, like those type of things, like find the thing to shoot. All right, you can move on. You know what I mean? So I wonder if maybe the puzzles get better later on, or that guy just really likes to find the thing to shoot, so it makes a bridge so you can walk through. You know, extremely limited inventory slots sometimes make these battles feel like I'm holding my breath on the water. Okay. Oh, that's it. For some reason, I read that like there was more. There was a great survival horror game at the center of Cronos, but it would have been much stronger if it had broken new ground rather than wondering tentatively on what came before. All right, so it seems like some people don't like the combat, don't like how limited the inventory is, which some people are going to love that. Cronos: The New Dawn isn't my favorite horror title I've played, but as far as original ideas go, it's up there as one that will stay with me for how well its gameplay and narrative work off each other. It seems like Bloober Team was really good at that, like at least the narrative aspect. Because I even heard the medium is a pretty good story. Like gameplay wise, it's not really there, but I always wanted to play the medium, so it gave me a massive Silent Hill vibes. Not just because Akira Yamaoka did the music, but Cronos: The New Dawn is a great new survival horror property. I hope we see more of the Traveler's adventures in future. The clear influences from genre great legends are combined with some original touches to make a game that feels familiar but also manages to innovate and surprise players too. The intriguing narrative, enjoyable progression, and the challenging combat will combine to make an experience that cements Bloober's place as horror specialists. All right, so it seems good. I want to see what the lowest review is. Again, I don't have that much time here. Ooh, oh damn. Fantastic art direction can't save Cronos: The New Dawn from its boring gameplay and awkward story. Okay, it's filled to the brim with potential, which ultimately falls short in how it executes all of its concepts. While there is a great story foundation and some interesting mechanics, the lackluster conclusion to the narrative, combined with irritating combat, frequent glitches, poor pacing of traversal, and repetitive gameplay scenarios, makes for a product that fails to capture the quality of other entries in the genre. I wonder how long the game is, actually. I don't see anybody that said how long it is. If it's like just straight up like a classic survival horror game, I'm gonna hope it's like not any longer than like 10 hours. But to be fair, Silent Hill 2 Remake was longer than 10 hours. So 15 to 20. Ooh, mommy, that's long. Oh, mommy. Oh, damn. Woo, that's long. Anyway, all right. Well, the reviews are good, and it's definitely one of their highest reviewed games. Not as well reviewed as Silent Hill 2 Remake, but you know, that's fine. I really wasn't expecting that. Is definitely a highly reviewed game. What was that, like 88, 89 when it came out? I don't know if it's lower now. It might be. Anyway, that's it. Oh, good stuff. Cronos: The New Dawn looks good.